Today is Saturday. What day?
April 4th.
4/4. And Melvin is down for a nap, so we figured it might be a good time to make a little video. One of the things that happened recently, yesterday, is that we took Melvin in to get 6-month shots, but it did not go quite as expected. Especially like with the quarantine stuff. We were already a little bit anxious about bringing him in, but
The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that little ones still go in to get their vaccinations.
so the academy said we should still do this.
So I did.
So we did. And Sarah wanted to fill you guys in on that experience. Alright, she told me about it and it was very interesting. So get excited.
Okay, so the situation is that the clinic is like a multi-purpose building, and so it has dental, pediatrics, urgent care, and like adult medicine. And so I was a little bit nervous going into it because urgent care is right at the beginning, and so I was like, great, I have to bring my healthy 6-month-old baby through urgent care filled with COVID-19 germs all the way back to pediatrics in the back corner. But turns out when I got to the parking lot, there was like 10 cars maximum, and usually this parking lot is super full. So I cover Melvin up, I have my scarf over my face, and I get to the front door, and there was like 2 sets of doors, and a nurse stopped me right in between the 2 sets of doors, and there was an X on the carpet, and she told me to stand on the X, and she asked me all sorts of questions. Do you have shortness of breath? Do you have cough? Do you have fever? Have you or anyone in your household been tested positive or negative for COVID-19? And obviously all those things were fine, we were good. So she let us in, and I look around, and there's not a soul in the waiting room. And this is a pretty large waiting room. Like I said, it's a multi-purpose building.
You sent me a picture and it was just like
Empty.
completely empty.
It's completely empty. It was very weird.
It looked like a ghost town.
Yeah. Oh, and I also forgot to say that the nurse who was doing the screening at the door, she was wearing like a full gown and a mask and gloves. So I check in with the receptionist, and it's weird because usually they like have to look at his insurance card and everything. She didn't. She just like, I kind of stood back and she had her mask on. She checked us in, and she said, okay, you guys can just wait and the nurse will be out to get you. So we're standing in the waiting room by the pediatric door for like 10 minutes. Mind you, I'm holding Melvin in like the large baby carrier car seat thing, and because I don't want to put it down because of germs, and like my back is going out, Melvin's starting to get a little fussy, and I was like, this is hell. And the receptionist comes walking over again, and she says, so your doctor's actually not here today. And I was just looking at her like, my doctor's not here, but you just checked me in for the doctor. What's happening? Apparently, someone was supposed to call us to reschedule the appointment because the doctor was not in the clinic, because all the pediatric providers went over to the respiratory clinics to help out, which is probably a good idea.
It's a good thing.
All hands on deck. And she's like, well, we do have a family practice doctor here who can see you in about 10 minutes. They took us back to like the internal medicine place, and it was very weird. They don't see a lot of babies back there. They didn't even have like the baby measuring things. They had to like bring them in anyway.
For like the baby length or?
Yeah, the baby head, like the little circle, circle thing. And anyway, and
Tell them about the measurements. How?
So again, these people are not pediatric providers, so they just don't really see a lot of little ones. And so just for context, at Melvin's 4-month appointment, his head was in the 90th percentile.
Big old noggin.
Big noggin. His length was 60th percentile, and his weight was 50th percentile. Okay? 90th, 60th, 50th.
Fast forward to today, 2 months later.
2 months later, his 6-month appointment. His head, shoot, I forgot all the exact. His head was, I forgot the exact measurements. It was just a whirlwind situation. But the measurements were such that he shrunk from 4 months to 6 months. And like, she showed me his growth chart, and it was like,
like a little frowny
like
face.
going down. And she was like, don't worry about this. It's just use your hair.
You know, it's like sort of a little bit of a silly situation when the doctor is like, this probably isn't right, but we'll just run with it.
Well, yeah, his head was like 11th percentile or something, which is just
He's
like...
got a big old middle.
Big
huge head.
Yeah.
He's awake right now.
He's awake, yeah, I did just hear him.
Any other notes on the visit?
Any other notes? I don't think so. The only thing is that he got a flu shot for the first time, because that's the first time you can get it when you're 6 months old. And he's supposed to go back in 4 weeks for a booster, and she said, maybe not, because 4 weeks is when it's supposed to peak. So
Here in Minnesota.
in Minnesota.
And today's 4/4, so it should be like end of April, beginning May.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Should we take them with to go wake
Yeah.
up Melvin? Because it's like the best thing ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
You should.
Here we go. Hey, bud.
Hi, honey.
You're so smiley.
Come here, little love. Say hello.
Hi, bud.
Oh, he's so warm. Hi, baby.
He's just like the most gentle when he wakes up from a nap.
Yeah. You're so soft. Soft and sweet. You see Marlo?
Marlo could not be less impressed with the situation.
Oh, bless you. Bless you. Mwah. You ready?
You ready to get changed and eat? Big Saturday. Alright. So we are out for a little family walk. And we went for one earlier after Melvin's nap and FaceTime with my parents, which was fun. But then towards the end of that walk, Melvin fell asleep for like the last 10 minutes. It was right on the edge of when he should have been going to sleep for a nap. But then he woke up when we took him out of the stroller and would not go back to sleep. So he's like wide awake, but also overly tired. And it's throwing a lot of things off for later in the day, right, Sarah?
Right. We're in for it regarding bedtime, I'm sure. So we decided to do this walk in the ergo.
Yeah.
Hopefully keep him awake.
A little more engaged. But that's our day. We're just trying to, it's really nice out.
It's like 45 and sunny, which is
Yeah. Before it looked like it was going to be colder today, but it's turned out to be a really great day. So that's the update here. We'll see you guys back. I know Sarah had some other thoughts about her visit to the doctor, but we got so rudely interrupted by Melvin, frankly. But we'll see you guys later. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
So we're back. Today's been
Hours later.
a little bit of a roller coaster.
A true roller coaster, ups and downs, highs and lows, twirly twirls. All of
Loop
it.
the loops.
Loop de loops.
So you were gonna talk more about your doctor visit. Listen, normally this wouldn't be this interesting, but there's this global pandemic that's happening that makes everything sort of interesting. And you guys got some great footage out of it, frankly, because he's so
TBH.
freaking cute.
But just a couple other things I wanted to mention about how weird this appointment was. First of all, like I said earlier, like this is a bustling clinic. Like it is always just, there's tons of people there
Lots
all the
happening.
time. Lots happening. And I was talking to the nurse and the doctor, but one of them was saying like Melvin was actually the first appointment of the day. This is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
On a Friday.
On a Friday, which typically a very busy day, Fridays and Mondays. So first of all, first appointment of the day. And then when I talked to the doctor, that must have been the nurse who said that. When I talked to the doctor, she said that she had not seen any patients all week, which is really wild.
That's crazy.
It's really crazy.
It makes me think about like, I wonder if a lot of people just are not going to the doctor, period, unless they think they have COVID-19. Because like, just don't want to risk it if it's...
Yeah, and also, to your point, on the little printout that they gave me afterwards, it said like, here's our health group's policy on routine appointments. We're not doing them. In so many words. Which is why I think they were supposed to cancel our appointment, but then they didn't. But that's also a little bit contradictory because the doctor who I met with reassured me that I indeed should have taken Melvin in for his vaccination because you don't want to get behind on that. The other thing that I just thought was really interesting that I wanted to share is that the doctor, when we were about to leave, she said, make sure Melvin gets a bath tonight and make sure that I take a shower as soon as possible when I get home. Did I do that? No, I did not. But I did, like, I know. But I did like change my entire outfit, and I even washed my jacket and everything. And everything got like Lysol and stuff, Clorox.
Melvin's car seat is sitting out in the garage right now, and we're just not going to use it for a few days. Because really,
We're
where
not
do we have
going
to go?
anywhere.
Is there anything else for the vlog?
I don't have anything else to say right now.
Cool.
All right, well that's it for us today, but we'll be back soon with all sorts of different things, including things you didn't know about us.
That is an idea of something that we might do. And then also you're saying you wanted to do a birth story.
Oh yeah,
birth
if
story.
anyone's interested, I don't know if people are interested in this, but I thought we could maybe tell Melvin's birth story. He's 6 months old and I've never like actually like written it down or like said it front to back, so it might be kind of fun.
I think one of the things that I want to start doing more is incorporating Melvin into this, like when he's awake, like just get footage of him like playing and stuff so you guys can see that, because what the heck is the point of watching a family vlog if you don't get to see the cute baby, which is the best part.
Yeah.
But the problem is I feel like he's such a like hands-on baby that there's not a lot of like extra capacity to be like, all right, let me just set up this shot. But that's coming. Birth story, things you didn't know about us. Thanks for watching.
Bye. Marker.